So one of the ideas we had was centered around redesigning the donation box. What we're testing here is whether or not changing the opacity of the box changes the behavior of potential donors and non-members to become members. So this is just a quick and dirty prototype. They would put their donations to this hole. The second idea we had was centered around giving donors and their children a personalized letter from one of the animals at the zoo. So the idea here is that when you give a donation, you get a personalized letter from a zoo animal describing what that donation goes towards: food, shelter, and it's told from the perspective of the animal. And in this way, we were hoping to see whether or not playing on a child's attachment to an animal may give donors a more gratifying sense of what their donations go towards, and seeing that their children can also benefit from this donation. And the last idea that we had is centered around displaying donors' names more permanently at the zoo. We noticed that there wasn't really a good way to see who had donated. It was sort of on a PowerPoint slide on the TV at the zoo. And so this idea is to make sort of a garden-like space where donors can have their names engraved on cobblestones in the zoo. And this way, when they come to the zoo, they can walk through this space, experience maybe a sense of pride or reward from giving to the zoo, and also feel that their donation, it can be displayed not monetarily, but sort of just they can get recognition for giving to the zoo in a different, exciting way. And that's it.
So in order to really get some ideas of how we can best get people to donate money to the zoo, we have a couple different experiences, prototypes that we want to try out. The first is really just going directly to the source and seeing how people react if we stand outside the door and offer free donations. So you figure 10 is a decent sample size, so we got some cash and we're just going to hand it out to people and record their actions inside. Just stick a little camera inside and see what they do. The next is something that is kind of a pet project of mine. 90% of the people we interviewed at the museum had no idea there was a membership because it's really confusing. So I've come up with a couple of different signs we're going to post above the receptionist desk to encourage people to ask about the membership. First is just a cute, simple ask me about membership. But the word membership has certain connotations with it. So we also have a sort of fun, do feed the animals, ask us how to become a part of JMZ, because we think it's easier and more relatable, obviously this is something we're going to test, to want to become a part of something rather than to become a member, because membership has exclusive connotations. Now the last one didn't quite turn out as well as we'd like, because we could only remember the name of Sequoia the bald eagle, but it's a play on the Uncle Sam wants you to serve. So Sequoia the bald eagle wants your help. And ideally we'd have a couple different ones of these, one for each animal maybe, where it's really like the kid is excited because it's the animal kind of asking for the kid's help and grabs the parent's attention. Now the issue is this one especially seems kind of intimidating, just like the Uncle Sam posters. So we'll have to see how things get.
To improve the donation frog in front of the zoo, we can cover up the window on the frog so that people don't know that others are donating only like $1 bills instead of $5 bills. Or we could put pictures of $5 and $20 bills so that people are motivated to donate more. And for a food truck fundraiser idea, we could ask people what kind of food they would buy and how often they would buy from the food truck.
One prototype that we made is geared toward building a network of donors at the zoo. We propose that those who donate money be allowed a say in the new exhibits it creates. Donors will be invited for a night opening of the museum, where they will take part in a brainstorming session in the style of D-School workshops to create a new exhibit. And this way, the donors feel that they have a say in where their money is going, and they can build a network around the experience. Another prototype that we made is an incentive for parents to become JMZ members. The children of parents who become members will be given membership cards that they swipe in with. It would produce a loyalty program where when a child reaches a certain number of hours spent at the zoo, they get different perks such as access to different classes or other activities. Also, it would integrate with the exhibits that they interact with so that later parents would get a summary of the child's learnings at the zoo that includes a time breakdown of which exhibits they spend the most time at and the skills they learn there.